Okay, so here's that whole story, like in the order that it took place. Wait, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, and it's crazy because I had just got my door off the hinges, or it was that night that I was able to also think to take my door off the hinge. But I'm trying to think, is this like first 2008 or is this first 2013? Okay, so no. This is first. Trying to figure out what order to go in. So look, she was trying to cover my traces, okay? So whichever direction that I walked in on my property, she was walking in the same direction as me, parallel, trying to claim the space. Okay? So she didn't know, she had no way of knowing I was recording. So even right now while I'm recording, I have the phone held in front, like I'm looking down at the phone with the phone held up. Does that make sense? Like it's not like I'm looking at her. But I am. You get what I'm saying? She just had no way of knowing. It didn't look like I was obviously recording her. It looked like I was paying attention to what was on my screen. And that's in part why she's acting like she bad. But otherwise, I would not have been able to get this behavior that she's displaying. If she thought I was looking, if she knew I was looking, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, and he took the fat off of her, y'all.
and also, she's walking around right now with her shirt tucked and her stomach out. Okay, that's how they were watching me in my house. So she was trying to also suggest that I was giving them permission to watch me inside of my place. This is what the witch is doing. These agents that are using that identity right now is trying to solidify, like, they're not letting me talk. They were trying to claim that I was outside being seen that way, and that the images that they were catching of me inside were not being taken inside of my place. I can't get I can't, they won't let me put this into words.
A whole piece of her blood off. That bitch was out there waiting. As soon as she seen me walk towards my trash can, she started speed walking with that dog in the direction that she don't be coming. She ain't been trying to follow my traces down here. So that's twice today. When I moved across my yard, the east and the west side of my property, she tried to cover the traces.
Displaying an extremely antagonistic behavior, as usual.
Did you hear her yell something about me?
Remember, I said they always grow desperate to act like they're actually doing what they're acting like they're doing. This right here was a bait and catch. So I was trying to see if she was going to hurry up and run off the porch to the other side of her property and walk parallel again. Now, the agent that started doing this, started talking and stuff, was talking about how they were mad that I keep catching them with the same bait and catch, acting like I'm doing something on my phone and capturing what they're doing. This is another attempt to catch it. This time it didn't follow. Again, I'm looking down at my phone.
That elder is up back. I don't know if she want to get her ass with there. Not only is the bitch still staring, she chasing me on both sides of my property. And yelling shit that I can't even fucking make out.
Do you see this old ass bitch acting like she about to check me? About compromising her op that they're using to invert her and call her me?
So, my back door is what she's trying to claim. I think she'd have hurry up and ran and hid inside her house trying to claim that she's me. And that's what that was all about. So, how it typically works is when I'm outside in my yard and she's trying to claim that she's me and that I'm not me, they'll give her a cue right before I go inside, so she'll disappear and go inside. Right before I go inside, and they'll claim that she's the one that entered my property when I enter my property. So, yeah, all that shit she was just trying to pull. Y'all, she took her camera down, I think. Let's see.
So lately, all that brush, all that stuff they cut down, like the trees and stuff, they've been calling it an actual house. So they were trying to, which let me know that they were using those elements now to like bridge the gap in between us. She's 150 feet away from me. Okay, and they put this entity in the middle to act like it was another house right there. You get what I'm saying? Oh no, did it start from the beginning? Didn't mean for that to happen. Oh man, they just jacked it all up.
Shit she was just trying to pull. Y'all, she took her camera down, I think. Let's see. Now she tucking.
So in all actuality, they're acting like it's 4 houses.
No, she didn't take it down.
The connects, the shit they cut up and just left.
But she acted like she was yelling something. Let's see what she yells now.
Standing in her front of her door, acting like she's guarding my door. So look, one thing. What you're about to see now is I just want you to know like that I'm still not looking at her. Okay? So what you're about to see is me, the phone obviously be positioned in that direction, but I'm looking up at the tree. I'm going over here to this tree and looking up at it as if I'm discussing the tree.
No. You see how she acting the difference? And now she's yelling random shit like. Now she's acting like she didn't just do it. Same shit she did when I moved in. To set her ass down and everything. Y'all saw the behavior she was just displaying.
And notice she's responding to what I'm saying, like in real time. Like the agents are having a dual experience or either informing it right away. So as soon as I said it sat down, it stood back up.
Who are you talking to? Get your ass beat. That shit ain't gonna be tolerated. Acting like you gonna be yelling shit at me.
So let me tell you something. Had I not responded, she was going to try to make a habit of that. Shit. Okay, right after that. So now I'm looking at her.
Oh, she just realized she disturbed my peace. And I caught it on camera.
And this is like all to like.
I'm talking about, I can hear that shit inside my house.
This whole thing that she's doing right here, right now, was to sustain Upland Avenue.
Should I call the cops on her now or later? Just to establish that she keep acting like she got a fucking problem. Just to go cry wolf. And try to act like I did something to her. Hopefully the cops are coming here.
So real quick, take notice. You see this concrete right here? Okay, so since I left and returned, while I was away, they painted their a portion of that the same color as the brick display that I put at my back door to further try to claim my space. And they wired the damn cats to where like they started coming spraying. Like, so now when I hit my back door, shit that was never before happening, when I hit my back door, I'm smelling cat piss. Okay, so I suppose that's the end. Now look, had I not jumped on this right away, the bitch was gonna turn right around and act like I did something to her. So I contacted code enforcement, which, like I said before, at the time I didn't know was the police. Um, with a complaint. Oh, that's not it. Oh, I did delete it. Okay, so my email is the only place we're gonna find it. Where's the actual attachment? And that white boy, he lives with her now. Okay, so now, um, what they do is, still, when I hit, they don't have, like, they're going back and forth depending on which entity on the street, on that old street. They won't let me talk for nothing. They don't want me saying none of this stuff. So what they're doing is, depending on which lie they're supporting, which house they're trying to sustain. Okay, still, when I hit certain portions of my yard, they come outside. So there's time, like here recently, this is since they were in the pool for the first time. Since then, oh my goodness, they won't let me talk. Since then, they are acting like they don't have any interest in coming outside unless I'm outside. Okay, so that means as soon as I surface outside, you can probably catch them outside. Also, I noticed that as soon as I hit my back door, whenever I use my back door, she immediately, like, she can be talking on the phone in a normal tone, okay, and she will get loud immediately, like projecting her voice where I can hear bits and pieces of her conversation. Okay, and because it's 150 feet, it just sounds like noise. I can't ever make out what she's saying, but she gets louder just to put something in my ear. A classic, like, Samantha and Nicole tactic.